Hello, guys. Good morning, good day, wherever you are. This is Marhel Reacts, and today we will be talking about the episode 6 and 7 of Big Brother Australia VIP 2021. So, guys, I know I'm kind of like late because I have been busy for the past days of my work and career, but here I am talking about the episode 6 and 7. I know the eighth episode just aired earlier this day, but I have just finished watching the episode 7, so that's why I'll be talking the sixth and the seventh. And on the episode 6, I'll just be doing just quick recap because I kind of like forgot the most of it. I just want to highlight some of those things that I loved during that episode, and also just finish watching the 7. So please do continue watching with me and have a conversation with me, especially on that chat there here on your right screen. So please do chat there because this is a pre-recorded video or recorded video. So when this video is premiered, I will be watching with you guys and we can chat on the chat box here. Okay, so just chat there your thoughts and other things so we could talk about Big Brother AU VIP. So before anything else, guys, please do like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and you know look forward to my future videos for BBAU and stuffs and more. And also, guys, you can support me on my channel through the PayPal account. It's there in my description box below. Just go to the paypal.me/marhelpolito. If you want to help me, generosity and kindness is always a pleasure to me. So if you have any extra funds, I will be purchasing. I want to purchase a laptop for me and for my sister. So that would be a great help for guys if you want to. And we could do a lot of recaps if I have a laptop, of course. But I'm just using my phone right now. That's why I don't have really a great access to such, and I don't have the luxury of watching it in real time with you guys the episodes. But here I am. Let's go forward to the episode 6 recap. Okay. So the episode 6, I've already forgotten. Okay, episode 5 was the one when Danny went home. So in the episode 6, starting of the episode 6, Luke was like, I have to get revenge on Danny's eviction, and because of Bernie, he's the one who's capable of um uh you know evicting my friend, my BFF. Like, boy, Danny was your friend for like a few days. Bernard was your friend since day one. Okay, what? Well, anyways, and you have aligned with your with Bernie for a lot of times. You have planned a lot of blind sides with Bernie twice, and you're still BFF for Danny over Bernie. Well, anyways, I don't judge him, but anyways, that's how he'll sees things, and he wanted to backdoor or blindside um Bernie. He wants Bernie to be the target next, of course, because he's the king of the jungle. He wants to let people know who the target is instead of him, of course. So the first thing that really happened in that episode was when Imogen was given a secret task by Big Brother, because Imogen is a loving mother to all of her animals like sheep. I don't know if there's a sheep, like cats, chicken, lambs, and such. So Big Brother told her that she will be having a secret mission where there will be three types of animals that will be placed on their laundry area, and she must secretly transfer them to the diary room. It's just like it took her like for only 20 steps. That's kind of like easy. Like if she's go out to the laundry room, she goes out to the closet room, into their bedroom, they go out to the hallway, then the red room or the diary room. So that only takes her 20 steps, but she needs to do that strictly in order her for to win for their for her housemates to be given a secret video message, not secret, but a video message from home. People from the comments been like, they've been doing it for only 12 days. How can they like bring dramatic of this? But we will not judge their actions there, that they will just miss their family and such. Sometimes it gets a little boring in the house, like living with 24/7, and it's not your comfort zone. You've been with like with the routine of having with your friends, looking at your cell phone if you have break time, but there you do not do anything at all aside from talking and do the challenges. So sometimes you gotta miss them, but no, I don't judge them for like crying over for like 12 days not seeing them. I think they've been quarantined for 14 days prior to their entering the house, especially from those people who are living outside Australia, of course. So that's it. So yeah. So Imogen must assign one person to help her do the secret mission without telling that person the price of that mission. So she asked Luke about it and asked for help, and well, he did he did it. So while Imogen is transferring those three animals as on a different time, Luke is doing some things that will distract the housemates, like because when big brother will say a certain housemate, that certain housemate will will check his mic to be like placed properly. So that's a signal of emotion that an animal is placed already on the laundry room. So with that also, Luke must have to distract all the housemates and that not divert themselves going to the bedroom. So Luke did some like went all with the towels, like let's go back to the yard and garden because my brother told us to do something. Let's cover ourselves with blankets and towels and such, and let's turn around. That was hilarious. Like, guys, are you not picking that up? It's like would Big Brother would really you do that to you? That was kind of funny. And then also when Imogen was trying to get the second animal, Thomas wanted to go into the bedroom, but Imogen was smart. She was saying like, "Hey, Thomas, I'm still here trying to change my clothes. Can you just like." So she did it perfectly well, and but Thomas went back to the lounge room, and then Imogen successfully transport that animal to the diary room. But that animal, I don't know the certain animal there, but that animal just went out the diary room again before closing it. And then Imogen was like, "Oh my God, an animal escaped!" So she returned it. But overall, Imogen won that secret mission, and they were able to receive um, the secret messages from home, of course. All of the housemates were gathered in the lounge room, and Big Brother told them the news. And of course, there's a lot of crying about those messages from home, especially from uh, I kind of forget, but their families and their loved ones have talked to them about their lives, making assurance that they're okay. I mean, that's a perfect well or a motivation for you also be to move forward on the game. Okay, that's it. So moving forward, let's go to the games, of course. And the next game is there were all of the eight housemates went into the garden, and then Big Brother told them there are eight plates or buzzers outside the yard, outside the garden, and they have to position themselves in between of those plays. And I love this because this particular game has done by Big Brother. AU, I don't know, Big Brother Canada and Big Brother US. So it's kind of familiar with me, so I liked it. If if there's a certain name for that, it's like a buskill. Like you have to really, that's the mechanics is that they have to push the button if they think that um this the if the timer has gone already for 15 minutes, that's the time that they have to push the button. If the winner will be the nearest to the 15 minutes without getting over. So if you're over 15 minutes, you're already out of the or eliminated or not qualified to win. But if like you're like 15 seconds before 15 minutes, that's okay. But if you're 15 minutes and 2 seconds, that's not a winner. So you have to be not over 15 minutes. And I like that because it really happened on BBS and in BB Canada. The iconic Aika Wong from BB Canada 5, shout out to Aika Wong. She's been like scared with those rats, those white rats, while she was like counting the minutes. That is iconic, okay? If you want to watch BB Canada, Canada 5 is the first one to watch, of course. Shout out. So there's a lot of those things that really had the same mechanics to the other franchise, which is I loved it. Like it brings nostalgic moments and oh my god, yes. So going back to the game, so the timer sets off and then they were really counting and Big Brother was really trying to distract them by like Jessica, how many blah 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 blah? Do you know that these are the 5,000 billion blah blah blah? So Big Brother was really doing that, and it was really challenging at the same time because Big Brother told them that the two people who have the best win will have a battle one on one for a great advantage on the game, which is very great. I will talk about that later. About the price, I will talk about that later. Okay, going in. So Jessica was the first one to bust that played. It turned out to be like 12 minutes. It didn't come closer to 15 minutes. So she was like bumped to it. And the others just went buzzing like Imogen, Ellie, Thomas, Josh. So the two remaining people who won that battle was Bernard and Luke. It looks like these two are really battling it out. At first, they were like an alliance in the first half of the game. Like, you know what I said? Look, Luke, Bernard, and Ellie have a great relationship that they treat themselves as a trio. But when Danny came in, like, Luke was like, I'm gonna shift my boat to the other side but unsuccessfully Danny went home. Thank God. So what happened was Bernard and Luke had a chance to battle out on a one-on-one competition. Yay! So let's move forward to that. So let's move forward. The evening came in and the day 12. Am I right? Day 12. Yeah, day 12. So they went into the yard where they seen there's a 15, I don't know that's the exact number, but 15 boxes, black boxes that were in there, that were placed there. So the instruction is that Bernard or and Luke must have to place those 15 stock of black boxes on the platform without moving it or falling it because they have to you know to remove or to touch the golden ball that was stuck in the air and like above them so they have to construct those boxes to reach that gold ball and try to remove it from the air. So they have to do that, and it's from the look of it, it's really hard, especially when you're heavy, when you're short, or you're tall. Like you have to really have a good balance of placing those boxes on those placements. That must really hard. So when the timer sets off, they have done it. So we have seen Bernard was so slow, but he didn't, he was really slow and he was steady and he was okay with that. Well, Luke was really fast, and it turns out that on his final placement of like the final part of his, of placing those boxes. It turns out that it failed because the last part went off. So he have to do it all over again. So he did that twice while Bernard was doing it once. Bernard was slow, but when Luke was like, oh my god, I have to do this again for the second time around, he was motivated to do it harder and best and try to do it quickly and faster. So he did that and he did catch up to Bernard. It was like neck and neck. It was like this is like who's gonna win it. Oh my god. So Luke was able to be the first one who touched the gold ball on the air and was able to remove it. And he won at advantage. Woo! Well, Luke is the king of the jungle, so he won it and he was really happy about it. And neither of the housemates left in the game had known what the advantage is. So but it was really pretty close by Bernard and Luke. Even housemates were really cheering on Bernie and also on Luke as well. So it was really neck and neck. And like Bernard was like almost to the last one to play, but Luke was very motivated to win that game. So he did it. So when um Luke was called to the diary room, Big Brother told him that an advantage is on the upcoming nomination, he could save someone from nomination. Oh yeah, so if there's three nominated housemates, one of them could be saved from nomination. And in order for that to happen, before the eviction happens, that nominee that Luke will choose must go inside the bookshelf or behind the bookshelf on the velvet room because that's a sacred area to the passage of the garage area. So Luke has the power to do that on a certain housemate or himself if he could be a nominee on the next nomination. So that's a huge advantage as well. So I'll be talking about that because on the last season, Danny got that power where he could save someone from the nomination. Um, it turns out that all of the housemates from that season went into this or like annoying room where they have to play this certain song for a long, long time for like 8 hours. And fortunately, Danny was the one who was left on the lounge room because the housemates were coming in um, by pair. So Danny was the one who's left on the lounge room without a pair. Big Brother called him to the diary room and he was able to get a secret power wherein he could save someone from the nomination, and he did that without any doing anything except for being like, you go first. I'll be the one here left. So unfortunately, or fortunately for him, unfortunately for him, and that time he was able to save Ari from the nomination block because Ari was supposed to be the target, but Danny was able to get an ally from Danny. So that's basically it. I thank God I still have those memories within me. So that part really happened. So, okay, going to the next nomination, everyone was really, especially like Look and Just was like, we have to get rid of Bernie as pace. And also because knowing that Bernie and Ellie had a great relationship, also they have to break that one. And Josh was also known that Look, Josh, and Bernard have a strong three alliance, but he wants to be the Danny next. He wants to be the next Danny, and he wants to get closer to Luke than Luke to be closer with the others. So that's what he did. And but Luke cannot be able to give the information of him having an advantage to everybody. But they have a solid bond already with Josh. So going to the nomination challenge, they went into the back to the basement for the first time playing a game. So that's a huge, huge basement with a high ceiling, a wider basement. I loved it. I love the way that they placed those games. It was really good to watch. So the mechanics of this game, um, 8 players will play, even though that Luke had an advantage. But there's a two angled platform, or what you call that, angled angled like a platform, like platform, like whatever it is. So angled thingy. Um, it's kind of like the same. This game has a lot of the same with last year's season of uh, Big Brother AU, Canada, and US. So there's a lot of similarities within it, but they have to roll those two balls from each side, and they have to catch it before even landing onto the ground. Yes, so that's basically the mechanics. It was really hard to watch at first because, like, I mean, it wasn't really hard because you have to make sure that when you throw the ball to the other side, make sure that the ball that's going back to the other side must have to be, must have to get. So you have to have a good rhythm by throwing it on the exact moment, for the other ball that reaches to the end must have to come back, and you have to grab it while the other one is going there further, and like that, like that. So it was really hard at first to watch, but it was really easy. I think I thought to watch it, but I think it will be difficult if moving forward, like going along, like more than 20 minutes of that. It's gonna be tiring, of course. It's gonna hurt your back, your feet, and more. So what happens is Ellie was the first one to be eliminated next to Bernie, unfortunately. So I think Bernie knew that he's gonna be in trouble. And Jessica, Imogen. So the four boys that were left were Dane, Luke, Josh, and Thomas. Thomas was really doing well in this game, but it turned out that with he lost the game, and Dane also. So it was a competition really between Luke and Josh. But I think Luke was like, I have an advantage here, so I'm gonna lose it to Josh. Of course, he's my alliance, of course. So I think that's what really happened. It was really kind of, I think, scripted. So that's what happened. And then Josh wins the nomination challenge because he really wants it, because he doesn't want to be a safe vote again. He was nominated twice by Ellie's nomination challenge win, and also Bernard's elimination nomination challenge win. So he wants to get the revenge. So going to the nomination, he was able to nominate Ellie, Bernard, and also his best friend Luke. I think he wants to do that in order for Luke to use his advantage right now as early as this game, of course. So I think that's a great idea for them to know what the power is. So what happens is Luke was still in the house, and the housemates, like, they were really certain about, like, picking, or like wanting Luke to be the next target, because Ellie and Bernard were really close to each other, and they have to really save themselves and be against Luke. But what happened was Luke was able to do his power. He was able to save himself from the nomination block by going inside the bookshelf in the velvet room and be able to escape from the nomination, and went to the garbage area, where he will be staying there after the eviction. He must stay there after the eviction, not knowing what really happens in the house. So going forward, people were really speculating where the heck Luke is, until the eviction night came in, where, like, there's three red chairs here, but Ellie and Bernard were the only two who were sitting on those chairs, and Luke was nowhere to be found. And they were like, what happened to Luke? Well, Tonya was able to show them what the reason was, and Luke was able to stay safe from the nomination, and Sonia bring them the news that they have to only vote either Bernard or Ellie to evict. And the plan was already, oh my god, disrupted. Disrupted. It was already destroyed. And all of the housemates have chosen to evict Bernard with 4 votes to evict. And Bernard and Ellie cannot cast their vote to each other because it would cancel as long as Josh. So the remaining four, Matt, I know, Jane, Thomas, Imogen, and Jessica were able to vote out Bernard. And I know the girls would not vote out Ellie. So that's what happened. And Bernard was the latest evictee from the Big Brother AU VIP. When I was really rooting for Bernard, no, like what he had shown from the past episode, like when he evicted Danny, I was like, okay, I'm rooting for Danny, and also watching him on that episode where he he was winning the buzzer, he was winning um the final the two one-on-one challenge with Luke. I was like impressed by him. I like, okay, oh my god, I'm gonna stand this guy, but it's too late. He went home that episode. I did not expect that he went home, like literally. But that's the end of his road, and I'm rooting for Ellie right now. Okay, I thought that that was gonna be a quick recap, but I'm sorry. Okay, let's go move forward to the episode 7 recap. Okay, can we move on? So going into the episode 7, Ellie was kind of like sad because Bernard was she's really his 100% ally in this game, but he needs to shift his alliance by thinking of really having a great connection with Imogen and Jessica being the girl power on the house. Yeah, that's what you do, girls. Support one another, girls. So that's what really happened there. So and then this came that segment where Jessica was like ranting about Instagram if those her followers were increased or decreased because that's where she really earned her money. And of course, many of the influencers have earned their money through being popular on social medias, and that's why she's kind of like worried, because she has not updated really that much because of she's in the house. But it was kind of like joke for her, but at the same time, Dane was like, "Are you getting money from your Instagram followers?" And was and Jessica was bothered by that statement and was like, "Hi," he was talking about his painting towards Dane. So I don't really care about what their conflict about is, but at the end of the day, I know that Jessica was bothered by Dane's statement, and he wants to target Dane next because of that conflict. So Jessica told Imogen and Ellie that her plan is to get Dane out of the house. So that's her plan, and that's it. Going to the food task, it's again a food task. There's a BB post or email that was planted outside the garden. So they have to collect those emails or letters that will be shrink or like will be flying to the air for 24 hours, and each letter that they get will have a an equivalent of $10 each. So that would be um amazing for their food budget for the next days to come. And then that's it. So they have really done that well with Jessica with uh, gaining 4 letters from the first start. But Big Brother had been so mean to the other housemate because he was able to call Jessica to the diary room and had a secret mission to not if the ship is going to be her, she must not able to get those letters, because if she's successfully done that, wait for it, she will be given a treat by Big Brother for herself. Her cravings, Big Brother's business, okay? Big Brother's idea. So she was like, okay, if I have my own food at my own expense, like I wanna catch those letters, no biggie. I will do it, and I will be acting like I will be sad not getting those letters. But she made a great actress because people believe in her not getting those letters, and she was able to have those treats by Big Brother on the diary room. And when the night comes, she was able to go get those chocolates, those ice cream, and those drinks. And Big Brother told her that if you want another person to be here in the diary room, who would it be? And she told Big Brother, Imogen. So Imogen was the second one to be part of that sabotage on their food task. So they were able to get the to not get those letters within those 24 hours. So the other housemates were like, what happened to these girls? Why are they not getting those letters? Without them knowing that there's a lot of foods that were being given to them. Okay, going to the next day, it was day 15. Big Brother announced them that they have got they have collected 46 letters. That's equivalent to $460 of food budget to their shopping list. Well, that's okay. There's only seven of you guys. $460 is already a lot of food to eat. So they should not have complained again. Okay, so that's a great amount of money, and Big Brother was able to treat them a um not KFC but a fried chicken. I know fried chicken burger and fries, and that's craving to watch. Like I was getting hungry when I watched that. I was like, Big Brother, I'm fasting. Why are you torturing me? But that was really great to watch. So going to the nomination challenge, I was really fast this episode. Okay, so going to the nomination challenge, Big Brother was sent them to the yard where there were seven stand magazine covers where they have to hang themselves behind those magazine covers for their dear life. They have to make a poses by by grabbing those you know by grabbing those things like those wooden blocks on their back by posing like I and they have it's still nostalgia because I've seen that on Big Brother US and Big Brother Canada franchises. It brings back memory like in Big Brother Canada 6 where those final five housemates were able to do that power of veto challenge, trying to stay still on those voodoo dolls. Yeah, voodoo dolls wall. Yeah. See, in here it was like magazine covers, and it was really pretty intense because they were like moving. Unlike in Big Brother Canada 6, they have to get those blocks. They have to, because it's all colored in that season. So there's a red, there's a blue, there's green. So Big Brother would tell them that they have to get out those yellow blocks until there's only um uh, a small left or a few numbers of blocks remain. But in here, they have to tilt themselves until they will be eliminated from the game. So they have to still stay there. So going on to the challenge, they were like, I was even shocked that they were not even wearing shoes. That was really painful, like especially to me size and also Thomas size. That was really hard to watch, like standing on their feet. That's like hard for, especially for me. I have a 11 inches foot size. That's gonna be hard for me. Pretty real literally. I may like it must be hard for me to stand on that. But we have seen that Thomas was the first one to be evicted. Going next is was who was the first next one? I think Imogen, Jane, Imogen, Ellie, and then we have the final three there. Who it was Luke, the next one who falls, and then Jessica and Jessica and Josh was like, Jessica, Josh, can you give this to me? I want to win. And Josh was like, okay, Jessica, you got this. So Jessica won that nomination challenge for the first time, and she was happy because don't judge by its cover. Don't judge a book by its cover because people have seen her as this person, but she could win competitions in the Big Brother house. But before the nomination challenge happened, yeah, going back, Ellie made a mistake. I mean, don't do that by targeting each other. Like she was like, I think she was a paranoia, knowing that her name is or her back is on the wall, knowing that she could be going home next. She planted a seed to Josh and look about like Dane is coming for you, while she was planting seeds again to Dane about Jessica wanting her out next. So unfortunately, Jessica was able to hear a conversation, or she was able to uh uh saw saw Dane and Ellie having a conversation, and Jessica was like, "Oh my God, I've heard them talking about me," and Jessica was like, "Ellie is the one who's blah 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 blah." So I think from that point, my God, Ellie was the one who's responsible for herself, for her demise. I mean, like you I mean, like, if you knew, Ellie was like, she knew that the boys have an alliance, and why would you even tell Dane about Josh? What would you even tell Josh and Luke about Dane coming after him? Like, coming after Dane coming after them. It doesn't make sense because for me, if I was Ellie, I will know that Dane will go back to Josh and Luke and was like, "Are you saying this is true?" Or like Josh and Luke would go to Dane and blah 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 blah. I mean, she. I don't. I don't blame her. I don't blame any. I don't blame Jessica or anybody else. Ellie did herself wrong there. Ah, Ellie. I was really supporting Ellie, but she did plant those seeds, and she could just shut up and be like, "I want to play this game." And with Jessica, knowing Jessica won that challenge, Jessica would have not put Ellie in that nomination block, because no, going onto the nomination block, um, Jessica was able to put up Luke, Dane, and I know Dane, Thomas, and Ellie at the nomination block. And when Big Brother announced that to the lunchroom, Ellie was like hugging her. Before that, I wasn't giving a chocolate. I was happy. Imogen and Ellie were even happy, like just one. But Ellie made a mistake, but at the same time, Jess also made a mistake. Why? Because if that point off, if she wants to take out Jess, the boys will dominate the house and they will be kicked out first. Like what the hell? Of course, Luke, the king of the jungle, and the rest of the boys would kick out Ellie over those two boys in the house. And they, because the boys doesn't want to be outnumbered by girls. I knew, I kind of like, as a guy, you don't want to be outnumbered. That's the nature of the boys. So it was really hard to see Jessica putting up Ellie, and Ellie was like, "Okay, I want to pack my bags," and she was able to stare at Luke. I was like, "Ellie, go stare more, because you'll be intrigued." But Ellie, you made a mistake there, and Jessica, you made a mistake there. And while Imogen was like heartbreaking because Imogen was like, "I don't know what happened to Jessica. I mean, we love Ellie. Ellie would not do this to us." So Imogen was aware that Jessica did that wrong. So when they went to the closet area, uh, um, Ellie was able to talk to Luke and Imogen. I was like, "What happened there? Blah blah blah. Please don't evict me." And Jessica went in and was like, "I will not. Yeah, I'm so sorry about it." Jessica wasn't able to explain herself. but she was able to say that you're a safe vote for me. I think you're a safe vote. No one will evict you, but safe vote will be going home. Pawns are going home. You will never be. I like if you want Dane out first. Why would you put up Ellie, knowing that Ellie is the next target? hmm Well, whatever. But going forward, I yeah, it was really hard to watch. So going to the eviction night, no, going before that, Luke was really blindsiding, knowing knowing that he had an alliance with um you know Ellie and Bernie in the first week of the house on the hotel. He was like, "These are the people that I want to get out first. From the three people alliance, he wants to be the last person standing." So he really made a great connection with everybody. And what happened is he wants to blindside Ellie. He contacted all the other housemates getting out Ellie. And that's very sad. I mean, I'm rooting for Ellie here. Like, why all why my favorite housemates are always going home early and they just be given a second chance? Omarosa, Caitlin, now Ellie. I hate it here. Like, and Bernard, how am I rooting next? Anyways, go I'm like tired already of thinking who am I rooting next. So going to the eviction room, they had their chica chica there. They have talked about it, and what happened was the Ellie got 5 votes to evict, because yeah, there's only 6 people need has the power to evict, and Jessica wasn't able to do that. So Josh, Luke, Imogen, Thomas, and Jane were able to vote to evict Ellie, while Ellie voted to evict Jane. But Sonia was like, "You're not going home alone. There's 2 people who will be going home next." So, and Ellie was evicted at that point, so there's 6 people left, but it's a double eviction. So they have to do voting again. They had done this on the last season, if you want to recall that. So Big Brother had able to cast the housemates was able to cast a vote again against Thomas or Dane to evict. And Josh, I know he voted to evict Thomas. Well, look again, the king of the jungle. He evicted Dane as well as Imogen evicted Dane. So whatever the scenario is, Ellie evicted cast a vote to evict Dane. So 1 vote from that first round, 2 points from this second round. So still the same. So sadly, Ellie and Jane were able to get out from the eviction room and were cast to be leaving the house. But before leaving the house, they told them each other that we have to get foods from these traders. So they have to get those cheese rings to those lollies and their foods, their junk foods, I think, and they were able to snatch them out, going outside near the hotel. But Big Brother stopped them and was like, the time of your stay in the hotel is not yet over. You have to go to the elevator and invite them to the penthouse or to the Big Brother gym, where you will be able to stay there and you are not yet evicted. Yeah, that's correct, guys. Dane and Ellie are not yet evicted from the Big Brother house. They were able to ride those elevator, and under a preview on the episode 8, they will be going to the Big Brother gym that they will have to exercise on things. And Ellie was like, "Let's give them the revenge that they deserve." Go Ellie! Yay! Go Ellie! I'm rooting for Ellie right now. Thank God that these 2 guys. I love also Dane from his stories and such. He's of inspiration. So I'm rooting for this comeback people. The final 5 thought that they're the final 5. Think again. Think again. Well, you never know what happens in the house. Like, if I were in the house, like double eviction, If I were in a BBUS or in BB Canada, I would be like, oh, I would be sad. But if I'm in Big Brother house, I would be like, I know Big Brother has something to do here. A second chance? Maybe I would have guessed that right. But that's insane. So we're gonna watch the episode 8 next. I'll be posting my reaction maybe 2 days later or 3 or 4 days later because I'm off the town, but I will be watching it till tomorrow or any day. So far I'm loving these past 2 episodes, and it was really great to watch the people really playing the game, and they're good at it. I mean, they're Big Brother VIPs. And I will never expect Omarosa to come back. I I guess it right on my pre-show spoilers that she went home early in the game, as well as Caitlyn. It's sad to say that, but that's what really happened there. So that's it, guys. What are your expectations, or what are you looking forward to the episode 8 of this Big Brother Australia VIP? I hope that Ellie would come back and get a revenge that she wanted, and I'm expecting a lot on the next episode. So, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Marhel Reacts. Please do. And if you want to support my channel, do that on my PayPal account, paypal.me/Marhel Plata. And this has been my Big Brother AU VIP, the episode 6 and 7 recaps and thoughts. Thank you for watching. Thank you, guys. And see you on my next video. Bye bye, guys. Bye bye. God bless.